Hey everybody, we're back at the South Florida gun shows. We're here at the Dade County Fairgrounds, and we're going to go in and once again take a look at a whole bunch of guns, see if we can find something unique for you.
I know you're about to say something about what's holding up her hair.
About what?
What's holding up her hair and what's not holding up your hair?
There's nothing holding up my hair. Yeah, my hair is very close to winter. You know, fall.
What's up, guys?
You were a celebrity last time.
How'd it do?
And you are, did you watch it?
I haven't seen it, no.
Oh, you gotta watch it.
I'll
Pull it up, pull it up. Watch it here.
What's up, YouTube?
It was a really good,
We're about $6.95.
you did a beautiful job, dude, last time.
Isn't bad, but yeah.
How many?
About $695 so far, but it grows over time.
Good deal. Yeah, we got some new stuff today, too. Every weekend, stuff's becoming more available. You know, the economy's been down a little bit, so production's starting to maybe catch up a little bit. And we got probably more product here than I've had in probably a couple of years. It's a good spot to be in for us. We're stocked up, we're ready. It's going to get peak season here, get close to the election time. You know, September, October, it's really going to pick up. People are going to be buying for the holidays, and then we're going to be buying, you know, every election year picks up a little bit. I think this one's going to be, it's going to sure to be a banger this year.
Yeah, should be.
Yeah.
I have a question for you. I don't know if you can answer this. I heard rumor that Mauser was coming out with a 9mm version of PPK.
I've heard that. I haven't seen one. We haven't been told about like a prototype or a demo. And it's funny because everybody asked me for the last 20-something years, is this a 9mm because they put 9mm Kurtz on the side of the gun.
Which is not 9mm.
So maybe, I hope you're right, so I can start telling people, yeah, it is 9mm. But,
7mm more case.
Yeah, exactly. But everybody always asks on these, which are here, you got 9mm Kurtz.
Right.
Which is German for short.
For sure.
If I'm not mistaken. Yep.
Ja, mein Herr.
So, there you go. So we get if I had a quarter for every time I got asked that the last 20 years, but 380.
Yeah.
But I've kind of heard the same sort of thing.
Yeah.
But Walther has some really good nines out right now.
I was curious
like
about that.
This PDP F, solid handgun. It's F for female, I believe. And I have a big hand, and this thing just fits me so well.
Yeah.
I love the grip on that.
Oh, is that what the F is for?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, I have the same problem with very large hands.
I know, and
this doesn't get along well with me.
I agree.
Just physically too small for me.
I agree.
I think that's the one Mario bought for himself.
These are great, man.
The beaver tail on mine is extremely small.
Yeah, and with a big hand like yours, sometimes that meat here
pinches a crap out of you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a high power. Browning high powers were notorious for that.
Yeah.
Some people will get that with this too.
Yeah, me.
Yeah, but it's a classic. I mean, it's
a very cool gun. Yeah.
Is it the most? You know, it's not my first choice for an everyday carry.
Yeah.
It's got some weight to it, but it's metal on metal, which I like. It's the way when they were really building guns, there was no polymers.
Right.
Before HK came out with that, this was what they were doing.
Yep.
Metal on metal. They always tend to work better, feel better, ride better, shoot better. Just to me,
the lighter you make a gun, the more you're going to perceive the recoil.
Exactly.
So this being a little heavier for its size, you're going to perceive a little less, which is always nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you're the first
25 people into the show tomorrow. Smith & Wesson. Every show we're doing free giveaways. This weekend we got the nice Smith range bag. Thank you, Smith & Wesson. Come and see us, guys.
So they're donating these to you? Or?
They do.
Oh, that's really cool.
First 25 people until these run out, which will be a little while. And I got some other stuff from Smith. They're always we're always pushing Smith. They're always donating swag to get you guys out here. We love the crowds. Come see us. Florida gun shows.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But those are the 32 notorious. It sounds kind of bad, but they were notorious for being underpowered. So there was a lot of times that people would get shot in the head and it would scalp them.
Yeah.
Because it didn't have the penetration, the velocity.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of 32.
I don't know if you're familiar with this on these guns, but did you know that you can actually put the recoil spring in backwards on them?
Oh yeah,
and they will not cycle if you put it in wrong.
Yep.
So
yeah, it doesn't mark yeah, you got to know what you're doing. When you're
I did
opening
a video on how to do these things, how to clean, take one apart, clean it and all that, and I pointed out that you can put the recoil in backwards, and I've gotten countless emails of people saying thank you that I just saved their gun by saying that.
Oh yeah, and it's not like really distinctly marked. And then
it's not.
neat on these, and that's why I zip tie these the way I do, versus just this, is that they, which you open up from here. So because we keep everything wired, everybody's got to be secured, we make sure to zip tie that.
Right.
Because that trigger guard opens up, which is unique.
Yeah.
It's a Makarov style pistols,
right. Right. Actually, I think the Makarov copied them, but I'm not sure.
They're both early guns.
Yeah, they're both pretty early.
Right. Yeah, right.
All right, well, we're going to move on. That was an interesting discussion.
Yeah, come out and see us. Miami Gun Show today, tomorrow. We got everything, safes, safe storage. We got holsters, ammo, every single gun you can imagine for the beginner to the expert and everything in between, from $100 to $10,000 and up. I mean, we got everything here, new, used. Bring your personal firearms, make sure they're unloaded when you get to the door. We buy, we trade, we sell. Florida gun shows, Miami this weekend, concealed weapons class at 11 and 2 both days. 11 and 2, come see us.
All righty. All right, hey, we're having a good time already. I've got them on 1, 2, and 1, 3.
Yeah, it still works. Still
good shooting gun. When you have mass, if you're talking, you have mass, you don't get shimmer. You get wiggle, but you don't get shimmer. All right, so hey, we're here with the folks from Shoot Straight again. I'm just going to turn this over temporarily because they don't want us to show price tags for some reason on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
All right, check this Kimber out. Okay, look at the engraving on it. Is this beautiful or what?
Yes, sir.
And the color, it's just got some really neat colors to it. That deep purple like that, and the micarta grips on it.
Buy something today.
Nope, I don't think so. But I don't think
something last week.
I know, but I don't think I can get through the door without getting killed by my wife. So yeah, but I love this, and it's this is the officer's model. This is a real short one, right?
Yes, sir. It is.
So that's the smaller one, and as you can see, for a 1911. You can carry this one on your person and hide it fairly well.
I even got it in the blue and the
one. Oh, now we're talking. The man with the golden gun.
Blue ones.
Yeah, blue one there.
Look at that. All these different colors, and they're all gorgeous, aren't they? Well, Kimber is known for making a really pretty gun, and they didn't let us down on those. Parkerizing before they started making them gray. So yeah, so I got one of them old dogs.
At my family's gun shop, we had original Colt 1911 made in 1917 come in.
Really?
Yes, sir. Let me tell you, I had to put it away. We were selling it for $3,000 at the time, and it was one of those things that you rarely see, especially at that.
Yeah. Manufacturers of every part spread out all over the country, and then they get shipped in and built. And they were designed so that when they put these things together, they could literally just throw them together and put it out, throw it together and put it out. Well, these guys, you have to fit the safety, and sometimes you have to do a little bit of deburring and stuff on the slide stops together. But that's the difference between the modern manufacturing today and what they did back then. Everything was built kind of loose and kind of sloppy.
Get it out.
Yeah, with my 1944, if you shake the gun, it literally rattles. I mean, literally. But it's pinpoint accurate.
Absolutely.
And it doesn't miss a lick. That thing, every time you pull the trigger, it's going to fire 7 times in a row. Yeah, so anyway, old history lesson. I'm sorry. You're young.
You're fine.
I'm
Nothing
old.
wrong with that.
Yep.
It's learning.
Question for you.
Almost shoots better than Shattered. So you can ask. Solo's gun, that CMMG, 1 of 100. That's Han Solo blaster.
Whenever George Lucas was, kind of trying to find e-guns for a Star Bandit, he decided to take ideas from this generation and kind of force it into a pistol. So.
Yeah.
So what do we got here?
Huh?
What do we got here?
Well, oh, that's cool. This is a Mauser broom handle.
What's this?
Well, that's the stock and holster that goes with it. The pistol slides right down into the stock, and I just found out something very interesting. The wooden stock that doubles as a holster on these, it does not count as a short-barreled rifle.
Correct. It's not.
Which is kind of interesting. Yeah, this is not an SBR.
Nope.
So this one is legal to have because this holster is a buttstock, but it's not illegal to use it. Kind of interesting. Yep. Cool. So we did get to see something unique here. Now this comes with the case and everything, right?
Yes, sir.
Look at that. Yeah, this. Yeah, it actually says Wappenbrick Mauser on it.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah, check that out.
See that, so we can put on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, they'll kind of have a fit with us. As I was explaining earlier, if you're going to disassemble one of these, you actually have to remove the firing pin from the bolt to get this part out, and then and only then can you disassemble the gun.
Very cool.
Cool, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we're getting ready to release a video on that. And the release date is June 6th, so when we get done with this, I'm editing. So.
Yeah, a lot of editing, right?
Yeah, so this is probably going to fall about a week behind that. So we'll probably get about 2 weeks before this one comes out. But since I'm pressed with a release date of D-Day, so that's the 6th of June, so I got to get on it.
Yeah.
That's very cool. I love that. I love that. This has
Everything.
now there are Chinese knockoffs that actually have a detachable magazine that you can slip up into it. This one is an integral box magazine, so this is an older model, but it's a really neat gun. And this is something that was used actually pre-World War II. This was like 1897, 1898 vintage was when they first started making these. And in its day, this thing was the Cadillac. This thing.
What caliber is it?
Well, originally they came in a caliber called 30 Luger, which is different. This may be 9mm, but I don't know.
This one's not. It's a.
Is that the 30 Luger? Yeah, 7.62 by 25. Okay, yeah. Which is actually very, very close to a 30 Luger. It's not quite, but is it actually 7.62 by 25 or is it 30 Luger?
No, 7.62 by 25 is another one we got on. Once it says it.
Yeah, it should be written on it somewhere.
It might be the same. It might be like 9mm Kurtz.
Yeah, it's not identical, but it's close enough. You could probably get away with firing in it. And you're not going to get 30 Luger anymore.
It's like 30 WCF.
Yeah.
Shoot 30-30.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, that's a neat gun.
Yep.
Thank you for letting us look at that.
No problem.
Is it okay if we put that on the internet?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool.
What are you looking at there, Bill?
Come over here, show you something. Okay.
What you got?
If you look at this stamp right here on the stock, CMP, this is the Civilian Marksmanship Program. Okay. And you can still buy these guns through the Civilian Marksmanship Program, or you can come here and buy it through these guys. These things are magnificent. They're good shooters. We just did a video where we shot one of these a few times. I have one. I love it. It's a good gun. So there you go. But the stock on this is gorgeous. This thing is really in beautiful shape.
It's the most beautiful M1 Garand I've ever seen.
Well, I don't know. I've seen a lot of M1 Garands.
But there's no nicks, things on it. It's beautiful.
Well, you can actually still buy brand new stocks for these things. I think Sarco has them for one, but there's a couple places you can actually, if you want to get a new stock. But I'm happy with the old beat up stock I've got.
So maybe if you guys come to the Tampa show or something.
Okay.
Well, I'd love to.
Tampa's nice, man. I think we can play it.
Hey, we're here with Danielle from Fierce Optics, and Danielle, can you tell us a little bit about your product? One of the things I noticed is that you have a pistol sight here that's set up for a Picatinny rail, which is kind of uncommon now, kind of hard to find.
I can tell you why. Sure. So right now this is our model gun. So it's a dummy gun with a Picatinny rail on the top.
Okay.
Actually, this can go onto anything with a Picatinny rail. So it can go onto like a rifle, shotgun, things like that, AR, anything you would like to put it on. This is just easy and convenient for us to show. So you can pick up a gun and you can test out your dot sight easily. That's why it's on a Picatinny rail. Traditionally, it wouldn't be onto a pistol.
Well,
The good news is this can come off.
A long time ago, they used to actually have a bolt-on Picatinny rail that you could put on it. Yeah.
I'm sure they still probably make those.
I'm sure somebody's got one somewhere, but that's...
Yeah, but normally you'll find something like this, with your RMR cut, so it's going to go right onto there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. So,
But this is just easier for us to show people, so they can test it out on a gun and see what it's going to look like on theirs.
cool. I like the demo guns. I'm going to have to get one of those from
That's
you.
from our friend over there.
Yeah, so what else do you carry? I see you've got some other sights down here.
We got some bigger dot sights. We have some night vision, digital night vision, not thermal. And then we have some rifle scopes that illuminate inside, so red, blue, green.
Okay. You guys carry any thermal sights?
We don't yet, but we're looking at expanding into thermal sights. We're doing our research and trying to design one.
Okay.
Yeah, so my husband does all of our designing for our dot sights. He's built them, designed them, and tested them while he was working at a factory. So he's our expert.
And what's your name?
Yes.
Steven.
Steven, nice to meet you. This is Bill?
Yeah, so he's an engineer. So everything with our Fierce logo on it is going to be something he's worked on, he's designed, he's done our testing over in China. So that's where our product's coming from. We have quality sites.
Very good pricing.
More affordable pricing because we want to kick the big brands out. We're paying a lot for their name. We're paying for their name. Yes, some of our features are different, but also we don't think you need to pay $200, $300, $400 for a dot sight. That's going to get the job done. Exactly. All of our sights are made, they're not made of plastic. What you'll see in cheaper sights, usually the frame will be made of plastic, which is not going to hold up to that recoil. It's going to break and shatter. That glass is going to crack.
And yours are made of what?
Aluminum.
T6 aluminum?
Aluminum, yeah.
Cool.
Exactly.
Very cool.
So no plastic, but affordable prices, quality sights are going to hold up. They'll hold zero for more than 1,000 rounds.
And you guys are the actual manufacturers, or do you ship it out?
So it's still at the same factory where my husband worked. So before he left, he designed our products. He also set up their quality assurance program. He also found all of our sources for materials. So before we left, so he still is in contact with our manufacturer over there. So if we have any quality problems, he will call them up and get that fixed for us.
Good.
Although we don't do the manufacturing here, we still have our hand in the manufacturing.
Gotcha.
There's no middle person.
Right. Okay. So you're like, he's the designer.
Exactly. Yep.
Setting up a factory is horrifically expensive.
That's why he used to work there, so we have contacts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of how we're working partnership-wise. So.
Well, fantastic. Well, thank you very much for talking to us. We appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
We'll see y'all later. So hey, how we doing?
Good.
So what do you guys make here?
So we do pretty much everything under the sun in terms of a custom shop. We do laser engraving, slab cuts, optic cuts, stippling, Cerakote, and we do gun sales as well.
Okay.
But we focus mainly on the custom shop.
Okay. All right. So you do all the fancy stuff.
Yes, sir.
Make it party stuff.
Yeah, we do the one-off builds, you know.
Okay. Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Yes, sir.
Engraving. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that. That is kind of cool.
So tell us what's going on here.
It's just laser etching. It's laser engraving.
Yeah, exactly. This customer in particular, he's a competitor, so he likes to have his name on all of his magazines for competition. So
I can understand that. Yeah. Not lose your mags.
Yeah, we have a competition team as well, so we get a lot of those customers in for lasering their magazines.
Yeah.
Just to have their names on them.
Yeah, back in the day we had something called masking tape.
Yeah, exactly. That's funny. Now it's a little more fancy.
Yeah, I know. I'm everything old school. You probably couldn't tell.
What do you guys do?
We make YouTube videos. But I was ex-SWAT team sniper.
Wow.
SRT.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a cool gig.
What does this cost to engrave?
Something like that magazine is only like $15. That's pretty pretty quick process. It only takes 5 minutes. Now, if we have to create the file and the design to upload it, obviously it'll take us a little longer to do that, which will be a little more expensive. Our optic cuts are $150. Any slide cuts, $75. Cerakoting is kind of, on a situational basis, so it's kind of to the extent that you want it. Like you want like battle worn or flags or something intricate. It's usually about $300 for the frame and another $300 for the slide. Something simple like just one base color is half of that price. But yeah, the laser engravings, if it's pretty basic stuff, it only takes us 15 minutes.
And you're located in Doral?
Yes, sir, in Doral. So nice for a video.
Are you open on weekends?
Saturdays.
Saturdays, okay.
Sundays we're closed.
And on Saturdays, do you do production as well?
Our gunsmiths aren't always in on Saturdays, so like I said, just communicate with me so that I can
schedule it.
Exactly.
Beautiful. What's your website?
It's frontlinearmory.com.
Perfect.
And Instagram, Frontline Armory.
And your name is Ryan?
My name's Ryan, yes sir. Ryan Frost.
Ryan Frost.
Yeah. And the Armory is spelled different. It's ARMOURY.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Armory, kind of like you love guns.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. Got it. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Okay, we're here with Andrew from Two Wolves Forge. When you don't have any teeth, V's are actually a very difficult letter to say, so it's Two Wolves Forge.
Two Wolves Forge.
Andrew, so tell us about your products here. How long does it take to make one of these things that you make out of railroad spikes?
Anything for the railroad spikes, you're looking at somewhere between 4 to 6 hours. Everything I do is hand forged, meaning heated up in my propane forge. Get to about 1,800 to 2,000 degrees. Hammer it on the anvil, just like they've been doing for thousands of years. So everything out there, like I said, has been hammered by me. I'm a one-man shop, based out of here in Tampa, Florida. So you can see different styles. Everybody's got a different flavor. We got some clip points, drop points, twisted handles, straight handles.
How is this made? What is this?
That's a railroad spike there.
Railroad spike.
So railroad spike started. Give me a second. I'll show you exactly how it started.
Oh, perfect.
All right. Yeah, that's cool. Show you from the raw material end of it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I noticed you use some micarta on some of your handles, and you've got some other stuff. Looks like bowling ball resin, maybe. And, do you have the vacuum machine that makes these handles, or do you buy the scale?
Yes, sir. So I stabilize the wood myself. It's called cactus juice, basically like a pressure cooker. Put it in there until basically that cactus juice fills in all the pores in the wood. So it's nice and stabilized. That's actually an olive wood in that piece with that epoxy resin handle. So basically, every single one of those started just like that. Pulled right out of the ground, rusty. I clean it off with some acetone, drop it in a rock tumbler, shake all that rust leak there. Boom, the forge burns off the rest of it. Heat it up a few cycles, hammer it while it's hot.
And twist it.
Get it really hot, and then twist it. Yes, sir. That's just a pipe wrench. Throw it in the vise, a little bit of elbow grease, and that's actually only one time. That's 360 degrees if you get that many twists in it.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, very cool. Do you make your own sheaths as well?
I make all the kydex. I do not make those leather sheaths, but I make the leather sheaths for any of my custom work, yes.
Okay. And you make the kydex as well?
I do all the kydex work, yes, sir.
So how long have you been in business?
I have been in business about 5 years. I've been in Florida for the last 2. From Utah originally. I was competing on Forged in Fire on the History Channel. Decided to jump in full-time in the business, which we decided to rerun.
So did you
It was a very close runner-up. Very close runner-up.
I probably saw you on there, just didn't recognize you.
Probably, yeah.
I've watched a lot of that.
Season 8, episode 41, if you want to watch
I'll have to look it up. Yeah. That's very cool. Yeah, I actually enjoy the show. I've been doing this kind of stuff for years and years myself.
Okay.
Never done any Damascus plates. That's one thing I've never done. I just haven't really got around to it.
Yeah.
I'm not what you would call a mastersmith or anything like that, but I enjoyed it, and I got too old. Swinging that hammer and all that, that's pretty bad.
It definitely wears on you for sure. For sure. Yep,
What's your website?
twowolvesforge.com.
So, can you tell me what this handle is on this one?
That's an acrylic, actually.
Oh, it's an acrylic.
That's
okay.
acrylic, yes, sir.
All right.
Yep, custom pour acrylic on that one.
That's very
And
cool.
then they got G10 up there in the bolster.
It's very cool.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, they're quite beautiful. Thank you very much for talking
Thank
to
you
us.
guys, I really appreciate it.
Appreciate
Thank you.
And this is Two Wolves Forge.
Two Wolves Forge.
Hey everybody, we're here with Greg. We stopped for lunch for a moment, and Greg was here at the gun show. And Greg, you just bought a firearm?
Yes, sir. I bought a Canic, 9mm Canic.
9mm Canic?
Yes, sir.
So you were also saying that you had another one you already had, and you
Yes.
bought this one why? Because it's smaller?
It was smaller. That was the reason. Another Canic I have, they're good handguns. More new, recent. I like the efficiency and everything about it. Yes. I love the Canics. And plus my brother has one too.
Yeah.
So we can go shooting together.
Well, there you go. There's a lot of fun in
Yes,
that.
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, well, listen, enjoy the show.
Yes, sir.
You got all your background check and everything
Yes.
looking good? So
Everything
you're
was
ready to go.
approved and I'm heading to go pick mine up right now.
Well, that's fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Hey, it was a pleasure, Greg.
All right, I appreciate it.
All
You
right.
guys take care of yourself.
All right, we'll see you around.
All right, thank you.
All right.
I'll never finish that blade. Once something spoiled,
I knew this wasn't cracked, and when I was looking at it, I was like, man, that's just a really interesting pattern. But I can see where the sections were put together in it, you know.
pain in the ass.
And it would be a pain in the butt, but it's beautiful. It is beautiful. Yeah.
I mean, we're not
So what are you looking at there,
You
Bill?
know what it takes to get there.
Yeah.
You know what it takes.
Yeah, but it's amazing. Okay, this is one of Pete's knives. And as is typical with Pete's knives, when you start looking at them, the fit and finish on his knives are just second to none. There's just nobody I see has a fit and finish like this. But if you look at the pattern in this blade, you can actually see where certain sections of steel were put together, because you'll see a line that goes all the way across. Okay, they're not cracks. These are not cracks. These are just where sections of steel were joined together to create this blade. And you'll also see the same thing going this way down the blade. So there's like 8 sections of steel that were forged together here, plus all of the mosaic patterning in it. And just exceptional. You know, every time I come here, I keep saying the same thing. Every time I come here, I see something new, something different, something that's just something to remark about.
So Pete, we saw Pierre walking around here.
Yeah.
You did. Pierre is
He's getting about.
officially relaxing right now. He's walked a few miles in here.
Yes.
He has to go see all of his followers and buddies. He's got his own Instagram page. I don't even have that.
So he's officially resting as opposed to unofficially.
Unofficially, you know what? He's the one who calls the shots around here. He'll let you know when he wants to go out, what he wants to eat. But I can tell you this: the most loving dog I've ever had, and I'm usually a dachshund person. We're dachshund people, and there. But that dog is.
So Pete, what do you
mascot?
Pete,
when
what do you
I'm
got?
working late sometimes, I take him with me because he keeps me company, and he's the best.
Pete, what do you got that's new?
What do I have that's new? Let's see. The first time I did a buoy in my honeycomb T6, which is, I don't think it's appropriate, but it looks good on there.
It's pretty.
That's for the contemporary blade guys, you know? The Lamecos, my Lamecos jungle knives, probably some of the toughest. At the 1100 layer super twist.
Yeah.
That's actually a hybrid between ladder and twist.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's amazing.
You were noticing that, weren't you?
I was. So it's twisted, and then you cut the ladder bars in, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
We did the projects half and half. We wanted people to be able to recognize it.
Wow.
Not just say, I don't know what that is. I wanted them to say, wow, that looks like twist. Down here. And then the aspect in ladder.
Yeah.
You can actually feel it.
Yeah, I can.
Did you run your
Yeah,
finger
I
on it?
did. Well, I didn't because I don't want to
Run it.
Yeah, I can feel it.
Did you feel that?
Yep. Those are where the cuts went in to make the ladder.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
Very cool.
You guys know why I love when you guys come by, because you know the new stuff, you can see it.
Yep.
You know what I make. Now, in my tough section, I started making my Lamecos buoys, and this is a 1,200 layer ladder and pure ladder. It's actually called super ladder.
Right.
This Lamecos edge is probably, well, the Filipino design, and the Filipino folks, when they know their way around a blade, and for hundreds and hundreds of years. So when they design something and use it, most likely it's going to work for you at an upper level.
It's got a purpose. It's not by accident.
Are you right-handed? You are, right? Feel that. That's something low profile. It feels huge, but it's not.
Now that's a noise.
That'll go through the pillar of a Chevy truck with no resistance whatsoever. Preferably not your truck. But then we have our old choppers. Yep. But our choppers are always going to be at another level.
Yep. Well, there's nothing that you guys make that isn't
Let me
impressive.
see, what else did I make?
Your chopper. Now look at the thickness of the tang on this. This has got to be 3/8 or better. Maybe 5/16 of an inch thick on the spine of this blade. So that's a pretty resolute piece of steel. So when you hit something with this, there's enough weight and enough follow through that it's going to really chop. That's what it's made for. It's a chopper.
Good for chopping up bread in the morning?
Or fish, or bad guys.
I don't know if you guys have ever seen the mini Punisher I make. You know Tops, the company.
Yeah.
You know, their knives are okay quality. But I like some of their designs because they're original and stuff that's really useful. This one is called the Mini Punisher. Okay. I make them in micarta, a giraffe bone, and sambar. And this is a little bushcraft knife, but the regular Punisher by Tops is 1.5 feet long. It's a 1/2 inch thick. You can use it for a boat anchor. This actually feels a little nicer. It's a nice camping knife.
That is a nice camp knife. It's not too heavy. It's
no,
nice.
bushcraft. It's got a nice serration.
Yep.
And I think that if anybody likes that, they can contact me, and I'll make them a little camp knife that'll last forever. And it's light enough that they can put it in a pack and
go wherever they want.
Go wherever they want with it. Which is the blue and light blue. Okay. This has Stone Crusher, and I made this one to wear close quarter combat.
Look at this. Look at this. Okay, now this.
With the wasted teardrop and trident
look at that.
Grind on the 1,000 layer fire.
Yep.
Full tang, of course.
Careful.
Over a 1/4 inch, 5/16. How does that grip feel? Feel good?
Feels good.
Not going to slide out of your hand.
It's not going to slide out of your hand.
I make it to give you a little distance for people who's got a little bigger hand as well. So it'll accommodate. That thing will definitely do a job.
Yep. It's a little big to keep in my car, but you could use that as a glass breaker if you have to. Yeah.
That's the idea, amongst other things.
Yeah.
But I figured I'd show you that. So.
You know, if you had this in your car and you just pulled that out into sheath, there's a good chance anybody saw it would run right off the bat without even having to pull a knife.
Right, because some people would rather get shot than dealt with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Just a good deterrent.
Oh man, I would not want somebody taking a piece out of me with this.
No, no. That is the Inglorious Bastard, which you've seen several times.
You're probably going to have to wipe this down because my hands are sweating.
Don't worry about it. It's probably not going to be the first time I wipe it down today, but we'll go through that all weekend.
I know.
I'm only going to keep...
But I always try to make it a point to
I got to.
My hands are sweating.
You're a very thoughtful person, Bill. What can I say?
I try to be.
What can I say, amigo?
My wife has another word for me.
Hey, you got a birthday coming up. You got a birthday coming up, don't you? When is it again?
I do, June 23rd.
Yeah, June 23rd.
June 23rd, we will be, we're going to stay in town. I was headed out to the Keys, but I said, you know what? We're just going to enjoy town and relax. And I said, at my age, I go out with her, you have a dinner, a few drinks, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good, you know? Like my grandpappy used to say, nothing good happens after 10 o'clock.
I have no intention.
Except sleep.
He wasn't from my neighborhood.
They want to keep going out.
In my youth, okay? What's the point? Yeah, what do you got? Exactly. Oh, look at this one. Bill bought one of these a while back, but the one he bought was 3/8 inch thick. But he bought that same Jerry Rados style fireball.
Beautiful.
Known to others as Raindrop.
Yeah.
This is Raindrop on steroids. Yeah, it's a beauty.
What does something like that go for?
That knife in the standard, I do 3 thicknesses. Heavy, medium, and light. This one is the light version. I will do 350 out the door with that bull hide sheath included, which the sheath, some heavy serrations. Nice, beautiful batani. You've got the heavy version of this. This is the light version.
Yeah.
Because some people can't pack a pound, 2-pound knife. You know, 2.5-pound knife.
Yep.
But me, depends on the situation.
I do have an announcement I wanted to share with you.
Yes.
By the time the video comes out, it will have already happened. On June 6th, D-Day, we are going to be releasing a video on the guns of World War II. Most of the guns in the video, Carcano carbine, 98 Mauser, M1 Garand, 03A3, M1 carbine.
All the classics from WW2.
P38 pistol, P8 pistol, 1911,
broomhandle Mauser.
I have a Chinese knockoff of one, but I didn't really want to show it.
Right.
And they were more World War I era anyway.
Right, were they? Okay.
But yeah. But anyway, so we're going to be releasing that on June 6th, so keep your ears open.
We will definitely get on there, see it, and post our comment and our notes.
Hey, we're here with George from Pioneer Guns and Ammo. And George has got a unique little piece down here that I wanted to ask him about. Can you tell me about this gun? Does this shoot from both barrels simultaneously, or does it alternate?
It shoots from both barrels. 4 pulls of the trigger discharge 8 22 Magnum rounds.
And is this considered a pocket carry pistol?
Well, you can carry it concealed.
Yeah. As I noticed, there's not a wraparound trigger guard on it. It's got the 2-finger trigger, which indicates it's probably got a much heavier trigger pull on it.
It's not too bad. It also there's also a very unique holster for it for those who carry it.
Okay. It is an interesting looking gun. Is this a break frame? Does the frame open up?
No, it opens as a regular revolver.
Oh, okay,
the
I see
cylinder
it
swings
now.
out.
Yeah, I see it now. All right. Yeah, this is just what threw me was the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It has a yoke and a swing arm. It comes out.
Yeah, I didn't see it at first.
Yep.
Fantastic. Well, that's kind of a neat little gun.
Yeah.
And what does it weigh?
Well, I've never weighed it, so I can't tell you exactly. The specs should be on standard manufacturing site.
It's not terribly heavy. Believe me, I've got a lot heavier guns. But that's kind of cool. It shoots 2 of them at a time. That's pretty far out, isn't it? And I'll tell you something, 22 Magnum is nothing to sneeze about. It's a very serious little bullet. It's got a lot of velocity and more punch than you might think.
Sure does.
So very cool. So I noticed you got a little North American 22 Magnum here.
Yep.
That's pretty cool.
What's your website?
www.pioneergunsandammo.com.
All right. Well, thank you, Jordan.
Thank you very much.
I like the little prayer scheme you got on your badge.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. All right. See you all later.
All righty. Thank you.
I'm coming. We're getting there.
See here, Beasley handle on a modern revolver. See how the angle's different from here?
Yes.
It's a completely different feel.
Love it. Got them all.
Okay, we're here with Josh from Florida State Armory, and he's going to tell us a little bit about some of his guns. Josh?
Hey guys, how we doing? Yep, my name's Josh, Florida State Armory. So we're just discussing some of the different guns we have here, from your FN M249 saw. We got real cool HKs over here, your Springfield M1A tanker and 308. Tons of cool different options. You guys come out to the Florida Gun Show, you see all our different guns here. We have different AK variants from your Zastavas. We have the Steyr AUG. This one's also in 5.56 or 223. Cool bullpup style. Different ARs. The new Q Sugar Weasel here in 5.56. Definitely some cool options.
Yep. Yeah, I like the new design on these stocks. You have a release here.
Yep.
You can lengthen your stock just like this. This is kind of a nice thing. It's quick and easy to work with. I like it. Cool.
What's your website?
My website is flstatearmory.com. And another cool thing we do here at the gun shows, if you want to check out this sign, we give a complimentary vacation with every firearm purchase. So you buy a gun from us, you can choose from 6 days, 5 nights in Cancun, Punta Cana, Vegas, Nashville, Hawaii. No blackout dates, no timeshares. All you gotta do is buy a firearm here at the gun shows.
Well, thank you for talking to us, Josh.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
Absolutely,
Right,
guys. I'll follow the channel. Check it out.
Yep. All right, fantastic.
Oh, I got little feet here. Can I get the little feet in?
And this is Sadie, our gun show baby here.
Oh, look at that.
There you go. Yeah, little people.
Thanks, guys.
I could tell you what the caliber is. It's 308.
Okay.
It's not 3006.
Okay.
When we saw it from a distance, he was thinking that this was an M1 Garand. My cameraman was saying, "Oh, look, an M1 Garand," but this is not.
Yes,
this is an
M1A
M1A1. Yeah,
the
this
tanker.
and this is a shorter barrel on it, but it's got a detachable box magazine on this.
Was this in World War II?
No.
No.
These didn't come in until actually after the Korean War, and before the Vietnam War. They were used in Vietnam. But as far as an actual wartime service life, this thing is actually a comparatively short one. The M1 Garand had a monstrously long one. It started in World War II and went all the way through Korea. And in fact, they did use some of it in Vietnam as well. So this is an interesting gun though, because it's where they started going away
from the top here,
from the top load clip fed to the bottom load magazine fed. This has a detachable magazine that slips into this bottom down here. Okay, so other than that, the action is very, very similar to the M1 Garand. It looks a lot like it, but the bolt is shorter, the travel is shorter. Okay, the op rod is similar, but not exactly the same. I believe this one's piston driven, where the op rod, it operates a little differently on the Garand. It still has the rotating bolt lockup on it, which is kind of cool. But these are really nice guns. I have one. I love it. I have a lot.
And even with a 308 and such a short barrel there, the recoil really isn't that crazy on it.
Yeah.
It's still enjoyable to shoot.
Yep.
It's right there on the front, if you don't remember. It's also right there.
Okay, we're here with Michael from Thin Red Line Tactical, and he's got kind of a unique business going on here that we wanted to talk to him about. As you can see, he's got some beautiful guns here. Well, these are up for raffle, and that's what Michael does. So Michael, tell us about what you do.
Well, I work full-time as a firefighter, and I've been a firearms enthusiast for years. And on the side, I like to raffle off firearms. So in our webinars, I post up an item like this. We keep our seats limited so people have a good chance at winning. And then we do the drawings live on Rumble because you can't handle firearm on a live video on YouTube. And I always do my videos live, so that's why we use Rumble instead of YouTube. We talk about the item, and at the end we pick one winner, and I ship it to them on our dime. So once they've entered, they win. They don't spend any more money.
we ship it to their FFL and they can claim their price.
So tell me about this one here.
So, I wanted to ask a question real quick. Okay, when you were saying seats, you're talking about only 25 tickets will be sold on this rifle.
Yes, sir.
At this price.
Correct.
So your chances of winning are pretty good.
Yes, and that's why we do it. And that's why we do it. We get a lot of repeat customers, and I want them to win cool stuff at a good price. I don't try to sell an infinite number of seats, so the odds are good for them to win it, and they can claim it. Just like this is a recently released Smith & Wesson 1854 lever action 44 Magnum, and stainless finish, black synthetic stock. Just a great firearm to have, and they're jumping in the market with the Marlins, which have been extremely popular over the last few years.
Of course, you've got the Turkish-made Canik up here. This is a nice pistol.
We do.
Those are good guns.
Yeah, we actually we did a raffle for the steel edition of the Canik Rival, and that went like hotcakes. Extremely popular pistols, and very well made. A lot of people are using them in the competition market. You don't have to buy a lot of extra when you get the Canik, which is nice. You know, they give you everything in the kit you're going to need. So, in addition to doing the raffles, I like to do a lot of charity work, which really is what hits home for me. Is we've donated to charities such as Wounded Veterans Relief Fund, Project K9 Hero, and if there's a police officer, firefighter, military member in need and they reach out to us, we'll do a drawing for them specifically, and we'll donate all the proceeds to them.
Very cool.
I enjoy what I do.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
A lot of gratification.
A lot of gratification,
That's
you're right.
the one I was trying to say, but my face got tangled around my blonde teeth. There you go.
Yeah, so we're on all the social medias. We're on TikTok, Instagram. I have a YouTube channel as well. We're going to start adding more videos, more conversational videos, fun videos.
Do you mainly do live broadcasts?
The live broadcast I do on Rumble. And again, that's only because I can handle a firearm on the live video there versus other platforms that you're not allowed to. And I understand that.
Yes.
There's a good reason for it. But when I do the reviews, I like people to see the item.
Right.
Live on camera with me talking about it. And then they get to win it, which is even cooler.
What's your website?
thinredlinetactical.com. So, a lot of the instructors...
Hi, we just did a video. We have a YouTube channel. Would you like to be on it?
Sure.
Okay, so what are you doing here?
We are having people follow us on social media as well as enter the free giveaway. And then we're selling merch, so anything to promote the business.
Okay, and you're selling merch, you're selling tank tops?
Crop tops, tank tops, t-shirts, hats, koozies.
All right, what's your website?
Thin Red Line Tactical.
Oh, that's right. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
What's to say? I mean, the video we have coming out is going to be partly about the 1911. Okay. Look at that. And that is a government model, basically.
This is one of the basic models, very affordable.
Igor, where are you from?
The commander.
I'm originally from Ukraine, Odessa.
Okay. Tisa,
and this is my shop, US Pawn and Company.
Okay.
We have a location in Broward, right across the street from Hard Rock Casino, and a couple other locations.
And what's your website?
USPawn.com.
Okay.
Okay, now if you take a look at this gun, I did want to show you something about this. This is kind of cool. This is made by a company. This is made by a company called Tisa. Okay, and it's this is not a high dollar gun, but it is a high quality gun. They shoot well, they work well, they're reliable. So if you're looking for a 1911 entry level thing to get in, you know, this is something you might want to look at. It's the Tisa. It's a good gun. So we've been looking at these lately, and we kind of like them. You got a nice wooden grip on it. It's a very nice pistol. It's appointed well. All the controls are where they should be. Everything is how it's supposed to be. It's 45 ACP.
Is that a replica of World War II?
No, not exactly. This is actually kind of a mid-sized gun. This is called a Commander. And it's a little shorter. I think 5 inch barrel on the big one, 4 3/8 I think on this one, and the small one, which was the officer's model, was like a 3.5. And I don't remember the exact dimensions on the barrel, so don't quote me on that. but this is the mid-size gun. This is a little smaller. If you'll look next to this is a full-size 1911. If you'll look, this is substantially shorter. So it is actually a physically smaller gun. All right, makes it a little easier to hide, a little easier to conceal. But it's not the full-size 45, but it's very nice. Actually, to find one of these mid-size ones, lately has been kind of hard to find. That's Tisa. All right, so it's a nice gun. All right, so anyway, that's another option if you're looking for a 1911. And these guys have got, as you can see, they've got a lot of different models. They've got the Ruger Mark IV up here. This is a very nice pistol. This one has a fluted barrel, which is kind of nice. These things are really excellent little target pistols. And unlike the Mark I, the Mark II, and the Mark III, this one has a disassembly lever right here where you push it down and the whole mechanism breaks open for servicing, which is much, much easier than the old way on the 1s, 2s, and 3s. Okay, Igor, I want to thank you very much for talking to us. We looked at a couple of your guns. We looked at the Tisa, which that's a nice, it's not a high dollar gun, but it's a good quality gun. They shoot well, they work well, and we really like them.
I agree 100%. In our company, we also get them this is a brand new option, but we also get them used or trade-in options as well sometimes.
Let me ask a question. This is the mid-size, this is the commander size. When you compare it to the full size, this is much, much larger physically than this gun. Do you guys also, do you have access to the smallest one, the officer's model?
Yes.
You can get those as well?
Those can be ordered very easily. We usually carry them, that would be like this size right here.
Yeah, they're much smaller.
We most likely have them in our store right now, but we didn't bring it to the gun show.
All right, so we did it again. We've done another successful gun show. We saw some really neat guns, some really neat knives. There's a couple of them that are going to be unique that you may not have seen before. Our next gun show is July 20th and 21st right here at the Miami-Dade County Fairgrounds. I'm Bill 1911. We'll see you next time. Hey everybody, Bill 1911 here. Hey listen, if you're watching this video, if you're enjoying it, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, okay? That's really important to us. And make sure you like us, and by all means, come to visit us at AskBill1911.com. Oh, yeah. So what were you just telling us we should do?
I'm saying, come to the gun show, me hearties. Have a grand old time. Arr, arr.
Where's that laugh?
All right. That'll definitely make the liver real, yeah.
Glad to have you guys.
That's funny.
All right.